Jahre Pause eingelegt und jetzt kommt er wieder zurück, einfach weil er großen Bock hat sich jetzt zum zweiten Mal in diesem Jahr 2019 für ein European Tour Event qualifizieren können. Die Rede ist von Michael Rosenauer.
Ein Hoch auf das, was vor uns liegt, das ist das Beste für uns gibt. Ein Hoch auf das, was uns vereint, auf diese Zeit, ein Hoch auf uns, auf dieses Leben, auf den Moment, der immer bleibt. Ein Hoch auf uns, auf jetzt und ewig, auf einen Tag.
Rosie 501, er trifft auf einen ehemaligen Top-10-Spieler. Der Mann ist die aktuelle 41 der Welt und der 8. Oktober 2011 war sein Tag in seiner Karriere. Da war er der erste Spieler, der beim Modus Double In, Double Out beim World Grand Prix den neuen Data warf. Und seitdem trägt er den Spitznamen History Maker Brandon Dolan.
Penultimate game of the afternoon session here at the European Darts Grand Prix in Sindelfingen, Germany. And Brandon Dolan, the history maker, the former Grand Prix finalist and a multiple winner of PDC titles, takes on Michael Rosenauer. Our second chance to see a host nation qualifier today. Didn't go well for Michael Hertz, beaten 6-4 by debutant Neil Zonneveld. In theory, this is a tougher proposition for Michael Rosenauer, but he's a wily old character, is Rosie. He's been around, and he has the capability to put in some very solid displays, although he can be a little unpredictable. Speaking of which, Chris Murphy joins me in the commentary box.
Thanks, Dan. Oh, was that my intro, was it? Unpredictable?
Yep.
Well, I was unpredictable there because you thought I was going to carry on talking and I decided not to. But as you mentioned, Michael has appeared on the European Tour on a handful of occasions with the dart shirt that is kind of the one that you get given as a prize at an exhibition event. And he's won on a handful of occasions, including once here in Sindelfingen when he beat Chris Aubrey back in 2014. That was the edition of this tournament that was won by Mervyn King, who will be in action here.
First leg, it's Brendan to throw first. Game on.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, the weekend Mervyn King rode all the way here from East Anglia on his motorbike, won the title, and then rode all the way home.
Yes, another man who can be described as unpredictable. Predictably unpredictable, in fact. The winner of this one will take on the king of darts, Michael van Gerwen. In the, well, has he just started on the bull?
47.
Unpredictable.
Who knows?
Did he intentionally start there, or did he just have a shocking dart?
I genuinely have no idea. The way it went into the board suggests it wasn't thrown properly, but who knows?
So the winner takes on Michael van Gerwen, as I was saying. Brendan Dolan, of course, beat MVG on the European Tour last year.
Yeah, Copenhagen.
100.
Wasn't quite sure how he did it when he was asked immediately on stage afterwards.
Well, he hadn't been playing that well before, but since then he seems to have upped his game a little bit. He's not up to the standards where he was threatening to win Pro Tours of a few years ago. But Dolan
Well, he was
played
winning Pro Tours a few years ago.
85.
Yeah, he was, but he's played some decent stuff this year. Of course, he had that run to the quarterfinals of the World Championship, and he has played some very respectable stuff on the Pro Tour.
Yeah, I mean, he's averaging around about 93, which for the year, which is pretty decent. And I'm not really sure that his results have quite reflected how good he's been. Double top.
96.
He was
quite
beaten
there.
by
Mike
Steve
Leroy,
West in the
160.
following match in Copenhagen last year. Let's just see if we can have an unpredictable end to this leg.
100.
Started on the ball,
Brendan
couldn't
Uruguay,
finish with a
20.
160 checkout, so it will be double 10 for Dolan, a Northern Irishman who will once again partner Daryl Gurney at the upcoming World
Shot
Cup
the first
of
leg,
Darts.
Brendan Dolan.
And he's
Second leg
taken
is Michael
the
to throw
first
first.
leg in this
Game
one. Haven't mentioned the old shenanigans yet, Dan, from the Premier League last night. I'm sure that
80.
Brendan Dolan will keep Daryl calm at the World Cup. Well, Willie, there was a match, wasn't there, a couple of years ago involving Northern Ireland and Germany when there was all sorts of antics going on stage. Started off by Brendan.
Well, yeah, I mean, only because Brendan, when he hits a 180, gives it the old helicopter finger celebration, which I then think that, was it Max Hopp then
140.
mocked? And then Daryl Gurney then mocked Max.
Yeah, and then Martin Chenlev just following them around.
Yeah, and then he was just,
like a little duckling.
66.
It'll take some going for whoever wins this match to
121.
beat MVG. If he plays anything like he did last year, this year in this venue, because in every match he averaged over 103, although he still was threatened by
80.
Darren Webster
Mike
in
Leroy,
one of those games, went to a
160.
last leg decider. 110.83 in last year's
60.
final victory over James Wade, from a man who averaged 110.85 in the Premier League last night.
not bad. Not bad. Still can't do anything but win his final game and hope in his efforts to finish top of the Premier League table, though.
A very
Mike
interesting
Leroy,
end
100.
to the Premier League season. Concludes in Leeds next week. Rosenauer looking to conclude this leg.
60.
But now Dolan will have the chance to do that.
120.
Treble, single, double. That's the single. And that's another single.
60. Mike Leroy, 40.
So Rosenauer looking good to level this one up. Oh! Double 16 then.
8.
Wow,
And then
a
you require
real
60.
mess there from Rosie.
Well, that gets it out of the way.
so the
And
second
Brendan
leg,
Dolan once
Brendan
again
Dolan.
lands double 10, and it's all
Third leg
looking
is Brendan to throw
rosy for the
first.
history maker.
Game on.
Brendan overcame Anthony Brown and Richard North to qualify for this tournament.
85.
6-1 and 6-3.
And he was only beaten in the last 16 of the most recent Pro Tour event,
60.
those midweek ones on the Wednesday, by Darius Labanauskas, who had that run to the semi-finals, and it really did look like he was going to make the final at one point.
Yes, I won't say much more on
84.
that because Stephen Bunting, I believe, is watching. But he managed to breeze through the last 5 legs, Stephen, didn't he? After losing, trailing 5-2 in that, was
100.
Yeah, superb run from Darius Labanauskas that brought to a sudden end by the bullet.
140.
But he'd already beaten the likes of Chris Dobie and Mensur Suljovic in that run, Brendan Dolan. The day before he'd won against Kyle Anderson with 100 average.
140.
Put in some really good displays. And in Euro qualifying, he missed out
41.
to Jamie Hughes
Uruguay
recently, despite
101.
averaging 105. There's been some really good, encouraging stuff from Brendan. And you just think if he can keep on doing that, he will start getting rewards. Single 17 leaves tops. Not
61.
sure it's the right way to go.
151.
With 82 left, 2 darts when your opponent's on a finish.
93.
Well, he's won the first couple of legs on double 10.
Gauge on the
But
third
this time,
leg.
he does not need to pay another
Michael
visit
to throw first. Game on.
to that part of the board, and this is looking like a very, very professional display from Brendan Dolan, and could turn into a very, very comfortable win. In fact, it
100.
could turn into the most comfortable win we've had this afternoon. Nathan Aspinall looked likely to win 6-0 against Kim Viljanen, ended up winning that one 6-1. That was by far the
97.
standout performance of the day.
3 more Host Nation qualifiers on the way tonight. Daniel Closer, Ricardo Petrechko and Dragutin Horvat.
140.
Who do you give the best chance, Dan?
Well, I've not seen Daniel Closer play. Ricardo Petrechko I have seen play before, but he's up against Jamie Hughes. Dragutin Horvat may have the best chance, A, because he's got the best record in Euro Tours, and B, because Gavin Carlin, his opponent, has not experienced a Euro Tour setting before. Although from what we've seen of Gavin Carlin, in the limited opportunities we've seen him in action on the floor events, he can be very, very impressive.
Dolan not impressed with that dart.
27.
Nor that.
Michael 121.
Meaning Michael has 6 to take out 1-2-1.
85.
I think part of the unpredictability of Rosenauer's throw is that it almost looks like he throws before he's quite ready to throw.
180.
The
Michael
sort of
36.
slow pull back and then just quickly fires a dart out.
Gauge on the fourth leg.
Yeah, it's
Michael
almost got a
Rosenauer.
big sort of
Fifth leg is Brendan
looping
to throw
action
first. Game on.
as he brings it back, and
Yeah, and
it's very, and he does bring it across and sideways, a bit like sort of the way that we saw Neil Zonneveld throwing earlier.
It's almost as if he's the sort of the
100.
way that he draws the dart back is almost like he's about to put it in the top pocket of his shirt in a very theatrical manner.
Yeah.
43.
But that's it. There's no lining things up with the eye or anything like that. I mean, he's nowhere near his eye at any point.
$100.
And it doesn't seem to matter if he hits his target or misses his target first dart. Once he starts throwing, he's going to keep on throwing till he's got no more darts left in his hand. There's no sort of adjusting, going, oh, I might just a little half step it. No, mate, just change it. No, get rid.
Even switching.
86.
The final dart, finding the target. But Brendan Dolan has a handsome lead in the leg and a fairly handsome one in the match.
100.
And he's just chipping away, ton at the minute. That's good enough against Rosie.
95. Brendan Uruguay 101.
101 then, all the time in the world seemingly to complete it, but Brendan Dolan would like to get it done now.
Now bullseye's a sensible shot. So go for it, Brendan.
35.
Yeah, Brendan Dolan, of course, trying to fight his way back
45.
into the world's top 32.
Uruguay 66.
Currently ranked 41st, but could be a couple of places at least higher at the end of this weekend.
34.
I mean, if he went all the way, he could be a fair few places higher, but He's only a few £100 below both Richard North and Benito van der Pass.
135.
Well, Brendan Dolan has 6 darts from 101, and this is his first dart for the leg.
I mean, he has been accused of slow play in the
On the
past,
5th
but
leg, Brendan Dolan. Second leg is Michael to throw first.
keep rolling all the balls over the pockets and then potting them when the opponent can't do anything.
100.
One more match to come this afternoon. Michael Rastovitz against Dimitri Vandenberg.
140.
And then we have some very, very intriguing ties tonight, some of which have just been mentioned.
180.
With the host nation qualifiers. One of whom has just fired in a maximum out of nowhere. But the two that really jump off the page for me, Steve Beaton against Stephen Bunting and Ryan Searle against Glenn Durrant.
Yeah, mouth-watering clashes. And we've already seen a reigning major champion turn it on today. 103 average from the UK Open winner Nathan Aspinall. Good adjustment that from Brendan.
140.
Great visit after the first start.
A bit of authority in those two as well from Dolan, who's stamped that on this match so far. And has the chance now to open up a 5-1 lead and move within one of that second round clash with MVG.
12s. Ball.
56.
Not quite there. Would have been a 12 darter, the best of the match. Rosenauer might only get 1 dart for the leg. It is only going to be 1 dart. It's double 16.
Yeah,
well, he made his way, but he found it.
So I think it's Brendan to throw first.
Yeah, it was a well-crafted finish. All the darts kind of the same distance apart there. The perfect, very similar, in fact, to the way that Darryl Gurney finished the job against Gerwin Price last night.
With less of the stuff afterwards.
Yeah, much, much less of it.
Yeah.
Exactly none of it.
Well, it was entertaining, though, wasn't it?
I mean, it was, even with those two playing, kind of unexpected that it turned into that. Now, I wouldn't expect any kind of fireworks between this pair.
No. Brendan Dolan is like the darts version of a therapy dog. I mean, you know, if you're feeling stressed out, just go and spend some time near Brendan. You know, just like a walking ball of Mogadon.
There you saw a shot of Brendan Dolan seething.
95.
And he won't be happy that he's left a bogey number, but Rosenauer can't leave a finish anyway, so it doesn't make much of a difference. But he did really make hard work of things on his own throw, a couple of legs back, when he was well ahead, and then was only inching towards the winning double.
And then you require 66.
Would like to get the job done a little bit quicker and with less faff. That's not very faffy.
Yeah,
there we go. That's perfect.
I think it's Michael to throw first.
5-2, 14 darter. Brendan Dolan on track.
Yeah, Dolan averaging 94 here. A couple of weeks ago, he averaged 105 in the first round and lost.
140.
Yeah, that was the Jamie Hughes game, wasn't it? Well, yeah. I mean, he's gone out in the first round of the 2 Euro Tour events that he's played so far. So this would be a first win on the European circuit this year for Brendan Dolan, and he's been good value for it. And I tell you what, today, barring the Neil Sonneveld game, the standard has been excellent for a Friday afternoon because winning averages have all been in the mid-90s.
60.
The lowest we had was 92 from Ross Smith, but we had 95, 95, Zonneveld won with an 80. That 103 from Aspinall and a 95 from Mark McGeaney, defying an average of more than 97 from Josh
95.
Payne. So it's been pretty impressive stuff to start the European Darts Grand Prix here at the Glas Palast.
60.
And Dolan has got a real chance here. A good setup shot makes him odds on to win this 6-2. Treble 19, staying there. Because
96.
that, well, what an impressive way to win it this would be.
Well, it would be. The highest checkout of the afternoon went to Pero Lubic, 157.
Brendan, you require 170.
Won't see a higher one than this all weekend ever. Oh, and it's on.
But no longer.
89. Michael Luke 141.
Okay, he's not taking this out, but he might not yet be out of this because Dolan, having left 8-2-1, might only get a dart at the
85.
bullseye.
And his
Brendan, you
darts at the
require
bullseye have not been
81.
very good in this game, have they?
About as good as the first start of the match from his opponent.
Is it one at the bull? No, it's double 13. And
shot.
that does
And the
the
match,
job for the
Brendan
Northern
Dolan.
Irishman. A 6-2 victory for the history maker. And he will face Michael van Gerwen. His first win this year on the European Tour. If he makes it a second tomorrow, it'll be a big shock here in Sindelfingen.
Brandon Dolan, der History Maker, zieht in die zweite Runde ein. 6:2 Erfolg über Michael Rosenauer. Und damit wissen wir auch, auf wen Michael van Gerwen morgen treffen wird. Auf Brandon Dolan nämlich. Also schwierige Aufgabe für den Nordiren dann am morgigen Samstag. Bilanz aus deutscher Sicht noch nicht ganz so gut. 2 Starter, 2 Niederlagen. Dennoch Applaus für Michael Rosenauer. Brendan, congratulations. That was a good start, I would say, huh?
Yeah, a win's a win, and it was brilliant to start off with a win. It means I'm still in the tournament. I can improve. Finishing was pretty good there. That kind of kept me going, but scoring wasn't good enough.
I would say probably you need to improve. Michael van Gerwen is the next one.
Michael, yeah. But it's, you know, it's a privilege to play Michael. The better I'm doing, the more I'm going to have to meet him. And I haven't met him that often this last couple of years. So that tells you how badly I've been doing. So this is a positive step. And I'm looking forward to the game.
Yeah. Am I right when I say since the World Championship, the quarterfinal there, you're doing better again?
I am playing better, maybe not getting the results, but I'm definitely playing very well. As in the last European Tour, I played very well and got nothing for it. This tournament, you know, I mightn't have played quite as well, but a win's a win. That's great to get off.
See you tomorrow. Thank you very much. Brandon Dolan, der sagt,